Hi, it is Tip Tuesday here. Okay, Tip Tuesday. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about projection. And I have been thinking a lot about this lately because projection is a really powerful thing that we all do that we don't realize that we do. And it has to do with some relationships. It's interesting because what we assume we project onto other people. For example, if you have a relationship that you're kind of uncomfortable in, let's say it's a friend and you're not really sure how they feel about you, when you interact, you will project those feelings onto them. And so everything they say and do, you taint with the projection of what you think. So you think that maybe they don't like you, so everything they say or do, you will feel that way. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Justine and Joyce. I love you so much, my Texas friend. And Sam, thanks for joining us. I just wanted to tell you that projection's a lot like getting a pair of glasses on, like sunglasses that have like red tint to it. And then everything you see in the world will have that red tint. And we do that in our relationships. Like if somebody, if you think they think something about you, then everything you hear them say or do, you'll add that lens to it, and you'll think that they feel that certain way. For example, I had somebody in my life who thought that I didn't really like a friend of theirs, and so whenever, thanks for all the love, whenever they were around that friend with me, they thought, oh, she hasn't really paid much attention to us, or she's not being very nice. And I totally didn't feel that way at all. I liked that friend. I want to get to know that friend, and so they took some of their feelings to the table on how they thought I would feel. And I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase about assumptions, that when you assume something, that you make an ass out of you and me. And I've always thought that was so funny, but it's true. We can't assume anything. We really don't know how that person feels unless we talk to them, unless we ask them. And so it's true, Justine. We see what we're looking for. If we're looking for rejection, we'll find it. If we're looking for love, we'll find it. If we're looking for judgment, we'll find it. If we think a group of people are going to judge us based on our choices, then we will taint everything they say or do or don't say with that paintbrush. I've given you lots of metaphors to choose from here. But if you wanted to break through that, the key is to never assume anything. Because it does have a power to make you look like a donkey, right? Because what if you assume and you're totally wrong? You're missing out on an opportunity to connect with the person, or maybe you actually respond to what you've projected out there and then you really feel foolish when you find out that it's not true. So the phrase about assumption is true. It has the potential to make an ass out of you and me. And so if you want to break through that, the best way to do is to actually connect with that person. We are living in a world where everything is black and white. We text, we private message, we Facebook message, we tweet. Occasionally we get some color with some Instagram photos, but that doesn't really give us the connection to know what somebody really is feeling. And so let's not forget the one-on-one connections. If you don't know how somebody feels about something, ask them. If you can get face-to-face, even better. I suppose the telephone conversation would do, but face-to-face is how you can really get down to it. Let's see, Sam says, it says, I assume the negative and positive is everything, but it's your actions that make or break the interaction. It's true. However, sometimes our projection is so strong that we see things that weren't really there. Sometimes we can taint somebody's actions so strongly that it's inconceivable for us to think that they mean or feel a different way than they do. But when we really get down to that level and connect with that person, we realize that maybe we were wrong. And I don't like being wrong. It feels really crummy. And so I've tried to make it a habit of deciding for myself, I really don't know how that person is thinking. And if I want to know, I should ask them. If something didn't sit well, like I didn't like how they said that, ask them, follow up and ask so that you could really get to know that person one-on-one. And so we can maybe stop projecting our feelings onto that other person. The benefit of the doubt, Sammy, is so huge. It's really difficult to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. And it's almost, it's a big stretch when you feel like your feelers are getting hurt to give the benefit of the doubt that they didn't mean to hurt your feelings. If something seems out of character for that person, extending that benefit of the doubt, like, okay, either they're having a bad day or maybe I'm having a bad day and I'm projecting this onto them. So the benefit of the doubt to me is really lending grace, and we can practice by giving the benefit of the doubt everywhere. Driving in traffic, so the guy who cut you off, give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't see you, or he saw you and he feels really dumb now that he did that, or he didn't realize that there wasn't as much room to get in front of you as he thought. I mean, let's extend the benefit of the doubt and grace to everyone and to ourselves. If we start feeling crummy about something, maybe lend some grace to yourself and be like, you know what, I'm kind of feeling crummy about that, so I need to probably connect on a closer level in that relationship so I know how they really feel. Because oftentimes we project more negative than positive. So flip that around. Let's start projecting positive, the benefit of the doubt, and get creative and come up with ways where we can make that person a great person instead of a villain. Because truly, when we come down to it, we can villainize everybody and make them seem like they're really bad, or we can make them human and connect with them and not expect any more of them than we would expect of ourselves. So that's my Tip Tuesday. I'd like to say that I have a lot of other really helpful tips that are not just relationship to share with you today, but I only have one other one, and it's this little guy. So this is a letter opener, and I know many of you probably have utilized a letter opener, but for years I never did. I just opened my mail with my bare hands, figuring I could, and then my sister convinced me that I could not live another day without a letter opener, and I forget to use it. And yesterday I started opening up some bills and my fingers were just getting sore. So many bills, my fingers got sore opening them. Anyhow, and I remembered and I got this thing out, and it made me so happy to just slice right through it. So I guess if I had another tip for you, it would be to get the right tools for the jobs that you're doing, because it makes it go so much easier. Nobody has time to open letters with their bare hands anymore. Okay, I love you all. Thanks so much for the comments. Thanks, Sammy Joe, Lisa Peterson, I'm glad you're watching. Justine Williams, I hope you're having a great day. And just go out there and project goodness all over the world, because chances are that's really, when you get down to it, what they really meant is just goodness. And let's connect on a heart level. All right, hey Ronnie. All right, love you. Have a great Tuesday.